Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino's abridged playthrough of Pokemon SoulSilver. Now after reminding Professor Oak of my gender, and incorrectly at that, I am ready to begin my Pokemon adventure. I start off in my room, where I then go downstairs to what is probably the only instance in video game history where your pause menu and inventory screen are given to you by your mom. Then I make my way over to my first experience with physical abuse. Can you imagine the real life equivalent of being sent flying 2 grid spaces with a shove? Dude's been lifting. Cast that childhood trauma aside, though, it's time to pick my Pokemon. Any choice is fine, as long as it's not Chikorita, who is by all accounts the worst starter out of all the games. Sure, it's bulky, but it's also terrible. I end up with Totodile mostly just so I don't have to catch another Aqua HM slave. I've never nicknamed a Pokemon in my life, and I'm not going to start now, but it's time to let my mom know I'm never coming home again, so back to my house for our final goodbyes. Yes, I know how to use the phone, but go ahead and tell me anyway. These are the last moments you'll ever spend with your daughter, after all. I've got my Totodile and it's off to the wilds to train. Look at that scratches damage. You can't get that with Cyndaquil, that's all I'm saying. Another easy battle against a Sentret coming up. Excuse me, what? Who do you think you are that you get to consume berries in the wild? This treachery cannot go unpunished. Now that we've learned Water Gun, we can come up to this dead end and one-shot all the Geodude, who gives slightly more experience than their Pidgey-Spearow cohorts. Farm till we're level 8 or so. Let's check in on Totodile, see how he's doing. You want to lead? Keep dreaming. I'm in charge here. Know your place. If being bullied wasn't bad enough, now we're being ambushed by old pedophiles with a spring in their step. You're on your way out of this life pretty quick. Maybe slow down and relax. After a much-needed tour of a town with 5 buildings in it, it's time to heal my Pokemon and assume the Tim Tebow stance of saving my game for the first time. This guy thinks Rattata vs. Pidgey is a big battle, but what he doesn't know is he's gonna get annihilated. Why don't we massage the shaft of this apricorn tree until it pops its top and collect the goodness inside? Cool. Well, we're here at Mr. Pokemon's Oh my god, it's missing no. This was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery. He turned himself and Professor Oak and us into Missing No. Well, dare I say, that actually is groundbreaking. Not like a dumbass egg would have been. Well, we're cured. His house must be cursed or something. Oh, Professor Elm, is it a disaster? Did something terrible happen? Okay, on my way. I battled the red-haired guy on the way, who got stuck with Chikorita, lol, and then has the gall to tell me I'm weak after I flatten his Pokemon on a dusty dirt road. Also, anyone who's dumb enough to drop their trainer card after committing a crime can only be named one thing. Well, I lied. We have to see Mom again, who after hearing that I'm leaving forever wants to take a percentage of my money and go thrift shopping with it like she's my agent or something. I know you need something to fill the void of my absence, but I need that money to buy 99 of all my essential and non-essential items because being a hotshot trainer means you are absolutely rolling in it. Goodbye, Mom. Enjoy being poor and alone. Moving along, youngster Joey seems to think I'm weak, and I seem to think youngster Joey has no idea what an internet joke he's become. I'll stomp your Pokemon all night long, and you can be damn sure I won't call you the next day. I decide I want to catch a Bellsprout to trade for that Onix with a terrible nickname, so I toss a ball at the first one I see, but this one also has an inflated sense of purpose, because you are level 3, and you just broke out of a ball without even struggling. Let's correct course here. Remind the peasants that they have no rights, their convictions are irrelevant, and their trials don't matter. Now to trade with this idiot. I mean, Onix is otherwise ungettable at this stage of the game, but you know you have grass teeming with Bellsprout a block away from your house, right? You could stand outside on your porch, wind up and launch a Pokeball over some trees, and you'll probably land a Bellsprout. But who am I to look a retarded gift horse in its retarded mouth? Rocky is mine, and though I have no way of ever evolving him due to trade restrictions, at least he'll come in handy against the gym. But since he'll get wrecked at Sprout Tower, I feel it's time we added a new member to the team. I've got a thing for snakes this playthrough, apparently. I've never actually trained an Ekans. It's always been one of those Pokemon you just write off to me. But it does alright. Handles Sprout Tower like it's nothing, rapping and leering and poison stinging its way up to the top until it learns Bite and starts to wreck Major ass. The Elder is no exception. Ekans chomps its way through the Bellsprout, and Onix steps in to screech tackle the Hoot to death. Now nothing is between me and my first gym battle victory, except a Pidgey that won't quit using Sand Attack. Come on! Alright, Faulkner, bring out your hand-me-down dad Pokemon and show me what you got. Your main problem with this fight is going to be the fact that I know Rock Throw and your Pidgey is garbage, but I know to minorly respect the Pidgeotto, as it knows Mud Slap and can make my life very unpleasant. I start with Screech to cut your defense in half because Onix has no attack power to speak of and relies heavily on your weakened defenses. But it looks like you just want to gust me all day, and that's fine, it's just not smart. I think I'll earn a decisive victory. Thanks. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.